However, I've suddenly come to the realization that choices and opinions no longer matter in this country. It is what we say you should think or do, otherwise there's going to be chaos or mayhem. Now, I've used the last 3 or 4 days to really think. I mean, think deeply. This Biafra thing. I've seen people coming to tell me that I should stay off Biafra matter. The sentence in itself alone is very, very annoying and insulting. The sentence in itself to say that you should leave Biafra, don't say anything. Now, if you create a country and you make me a citizen inside and you say I should not talk, that in itself, it's autocratic, it's bewildering, it's insulting, it's a clear and direct affront on the sensibility of me as a person. Now, before we even delve further into this issue, yes, agreed. Nigeria is indeed very bad. Nigeria has reached its most catastrophic precipice to the extent that if one can categorically tell you that Nigeria has a future, I would say it's a lie. But if you are dangling an option, I have a right to know whether the option is better than what I already have. So I was looking at what happened in Finland, the declaration of Biafra in Finland. And I said, okay, let me take an objective mind and look at it and say, what if, for instance, we say that, yes, we like it, we want it. I ask you honestly, I ask you with all introspect to tell me if that thing is the Biafra you've been disturbing people's ear with, what we saw in Finland. Number one, you said Nigeria is a creation of Britain. Nigeria is a creation that forcefully interweaved people with different culture together, and therefore we have no basis to be together.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Everything you have fought Nigeria for, everything you have accused Nigeria for,
no way out of it.
Every bad thing that you have used to criticize Nigeria is the same thing you are doing, and you are doing it worse. My question again, should we now say it is different because it's an Igbo man that is doing it? And trust me, I don't have anything against the Igbo man. You know it. You know I don't have anything against the Igbo man. But to tell me that a group of people can just sit down and draw a map, add whoever they think they want to add, write a constitution, draw a currency, appoint people, it's, I mean, even the Fulanis didn't do their own like this. So the Fulanis did not do their own like this. Okay, let me tell you something. Like I said, let's just say for starters, we decide to accept what these things happen. What has happened in Finland. And if you're an Igbo man, what has been declared in Finland does not open your eye to the fraud associated with it. If you really, really think that this group of people are actually fighting for freedom for you, then, excuse me, then your stupidity is factory made. Your stupidity is made in Germany. This group of people have come to the understanding that it's like, for me, I grew up believing that an Igbo man is wise, clean, industrious, academic, intellectual, has a greater sense of IQ, a greater gift of IQ. But it's like the only thing that activates his mumu is Biafra. Once you mention that Biafra, he recalls the Civil War. He recalls how his forefathers were unalived and somebody came and packaged a story. Now, all these Gen Z that were giving birth to 1990, because if you realize, almost everybody that I'm seeing, even how old is Simon Ekpa? How old is he? All these Gen Z children that were giving birth to 1980, 1970, they give them a part of the story of Nigeria that sustains their anger. That's all I see. I asked somebody today, a young boy, a young Igbo guy. I said, how old will that boy? Said, I'm going to be around 30 something. I said, do you know that at one point in this country that the Igbos were in charge of Nigeria? Do you know that Igbos were in charge of this country? When you were in charge of this country, why didn't you turn this country to that El Dorado that you seem you want better? Because I've seen a lot of, I'm somebody who has fought for Igbos. I've fought for Igbos. I've done everything to create that empathy. But trust me, I am approaching that point where I'm beginning to see the reason why the Yoruba man hate the Igbo man, or why the Fulanis hate. I'm approaching that. I won't lie to you. I'm approaching that point. Because when I read comments, see the way you behave, I just wonder, what is going on? The country is bad, actually. But is it bad for Igbos alone? The country is bad as it is right now. Is it bad for Igbo alone? Are Igbos the only tribe they are marginalizing in Nigeria? Like I said, and I will say it over and over again, Igbos do not qualify to be amongst top 10 most marginalized tribe in Nigeria. No. I asked somebody, I said, the Igbo man and the man from Southern Kaduna, who is more marginalized? He kept quiet. There's a place they call Biu in Borno State. Biu, B-I-U. It's about 90-70% Christians. But they can never be governor. They can never be director of any ministry. There's so many places, so many things to talk about. So when you say you are being marginalized, what exactly are you talking about? It's not like an Igbo man goes to Kano and he wants to settle down. They say, no, this man is an Igbo man. We don't want him. Now, I've seen that there are a group of people who, for some reason, just like the idea of just being a victim. You just like the idea, I'm a victim. People hate me. The hatred for Igbo is so much. I am an Orobo man. I don't think I can comfortably contest in an election and win. And my crime is that I'm an honorable man. So, what is it exactly is your problem? That is why I came to the honest conclusion that this Biafra struggle, there are a group of people that are behind it. And if you honestly believe that this group of people have taken upon themselves to claim that they are fighting for freedom for you, your stupidity is God-made. It's straight from the factory. Okay. You have a Biafra declared. In another country, this is 6th, today is 6th. I've been waiting and hoping to see it functional in Nigeria. Ugochukwu and Nyawo, to live together is not by force. Actually, if you believe so, why do you insist that we from Delta State, Edo State, why do you think we must? You see, whenever you speak, you forget you are using a knife that has a double edge. The argument you make for yourself to live, the same argument I'm making for you. If you think it's not by force to live in Nigeria, why do you think it's by force that I live in Biafra? You hate Nigeria so much. It's good. I'm not saying you must love Nigeria. Please trust me. Hate Nigeria all you want. You have freedom to hate the country. What makes you think, because you hate it, I should equally hate it? What makes you think you're the only one with a sensitive skin to understand how bad Nigeria is? And the rest with there don't know how bad Nigeria is. And what makes you think that if there's a need for me to be free from the shackles of this country, what makes you think I am incapable of fighting it by myself? Don't forget, before this Biafra that you've been fighting, we had fought for Niger Delta Republic. When we did, you never supported us. Huh? You didn't support us. Okay, like as I was saying, the points I want to make are so much, so I'm finding it difficult to collate them, bit by bit. You said you already have a Biafra declared. Your supreme leader is an Igbo man. By the way, supreme leader means someone who is above the law. Someone you cannot correct. You can't arrest him. His level of immunity is 10 times the immunity of an American president. Okay. Your prime minister is an Igbo man. Your chief of staff is an Igbo man. Your chief judge is an Igbo man. Everything that was named that day is Igbo. The currency, I've seen the currency. Your currency has pictures of only Igbo people inside. There's the picture of Nnamdi Kanu. There's the picture of Ojukwu. There's picture of Kaduna Nziogu. There's picture of Simon Ekpa. Come on. Everything that you blamed Nigeria for, you are doing it worse. You can come here and insult all you want. Keep insulting. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. The truth will always remain the truth. The country is absolutely bad. Very, very, very bad. But that does not give room for you to bring your own agenda of command and control. You keep giving excuses. Don't you see that the country is bad? Yes, the country is bad. Don't you see that the country is bad? Why are you saying like this? You're forming Biafra and lumping people together is never about love for them. You do not love them. You just want to expand. Because you've come to the realization that 5 eastern states is not enough for your recent population. You want to expand. If I want to be free, who made you, who employed you to be my freedom? Who told you I don't have my own strategy? Who told you? Who told you I am incapable of freeing myself? When I see people talk 8 years while Nnamdi Kanu was preaching in Radio Biafra, London, all he did was just putting hate and anger. You say the Fulani hate you, but trust me, the only place I see hate really coming from is from you. I've been in the north long enough to understand these people. They are not exactly hateful as you claim they are. They are not. They might be dangerous when it comes to their religion, but they are not exactly that hateful. I think you are over accentuating there. I live in the north. I go about my normal day job. I go there, fraternize, drink my beer, drink pepper soup, and come back home. But to create a picture as if these people are evil, they just slaughter people's knife, they just take now and cut your. Hey, my brother, newsflash, it happens everywhere. There are murderers in Yoruba land. There are murderers in Igbo land. There are murderers everywhere. So you make it look as if the only place that you need freedom is from yourselves. Don't fight for my children, please. You guys are damn hypocrite. Who employed you to fight for me or my children? Who says I can't fight for myself? Who says I don't have plan for my children? Now, one of the biggest mistakes that you do, look, you can be very good in your businesses. You're very good in your businesses. But you are using the same methodology of succeeding in business. You are using it to approach politics. From the way you talk about me and my people, I can see the contempt. When you talk about people of Delta, I can see the way you talk so low about them, if not because of this thing. What is Delta? What's Delta before? I have my identity. I have my orientation. And no matter how you try to weave it, you can't weave a different identity for me. You cannot. You can't weave a different identity. You cannot weave a different identity for me. Nobody sat down and employee say, Ochiko, this one no fit free ourselves. So